At last, the Dark Knight has risen. The Dark Knight Rises takes place 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight. And I thought they was going to use that as an excuse to forget everything in the last movie. Truth is, they're still dealing with that. Like Commissioner Gordon still dealing with the fact that he had to turn Batman into a villain in order to maintain peace in Gotham. And both Batman and Bruce Wayne have not been seen or heard from in these 8 years. Like Bruce Wayne has become a complete couch potato. Not to the point of obesity or anything, but he hasn't been using his arms or legs in a while.
I have seen worse cartilage in knees.
That's good.
No, that's because there is no cartilage in your knee, scar tissue on your kidneys, concussive damage to your brain tissue. I cannot recommend that you go hella skiing.
I mean, he probably would have gotten all fat and stuff were it not for people like Bane, who come to make Gotham a living hell, thus forcing Bruce to become Batman once more. Now, Batman going up against Bane the way he is now was kind of like how Rocky went up against Mr. T. Now, Alfred, acting as Mickey, is trying to tell Bruce that he just can't go up against this guy because he'll just completely destroy him. And Bruce just ain't having it. He's like, I gotta try.
The city needs me.
And I like how they touch bases on the father and son relationship that Alfred and Bruce have in this movie.
You are as precious to me as you were to your own mother and father. I swore to them that I would protect you, and I haven't.
Now let's talk about Bane. Bane actually made a better villain than I thought he would be. He was in cahoots with the League of Shadows, and now he's here to finish what Ra's al Ghul had started, which is taking Gotham to the ground because the League of Shadows thinks that Gotham is an inhumane society and must be allowed to die. Bane is not to be trifled with. He is a mean-ass motherfucker.
Bane, born and raised in hell on earth.
When Gotham is ashes, you have my permission to die.
Like seeing Bane fight, it's kind of like watching a storm. You can run, you can hide, but he's still coming, making him Batman's most formidable opponent yet. Batman may have flipped over a truck, but Bane flipped over a plane. I mean, sure, he didn't do it by himself, but he did it. And Bane is way easier to understand in the movie. I mean, sure, there are some times where his voice is still kind of like this, but for the most part, you understand what he's trying to say.
Let the games begin.
And of course, one of the characters that I really liked in here was Anna Hathaway as Catwoman.
There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. You and your friends better batten down the hatches. Because when it hits, you're all gonna wonder how you ever thought you could live so large and leave so little for the rest of us.
Because she's sexy and she kicks all types of ass. If Batman were to have like a female version of himself, it would be her. And she's got to be the best Catwoman ever.
Speechless.
Cat got your tongue.
Now I know that Christopher Nolan said that he would never include Robin in his Batman trilogy, but if there were to be a Robin in his trilogy, it would have to be John Blake. John Blake is kind of like the Robin of The Dark Knight Rises, because he does do a whole bunch of things that you'd expect a sidekick to do. I'm not saying that he throws a batarang or Batman calls him his sidekick or anything. He's just a cop that acts like Robin.
Do you think he's coming back? I don't know.
All these characters mesh in this movie surprisingly well. At first I thought they may have had one too many characters, but it's just the right amount. No one feels forced or unnecessary. This has got to
Monumental. A masterpiece. 4 stars.
be one of the best movies to ever hit the big screen. In fact, if there's anything that I didn't like about the movie, oh, and this might be a spoiler right here, that they didn't tell us the fate of the Joker.
Why so serious?
Like if they had just said something like the Joker just fell off a cliff and died, I would have been okay with that. But they didn't, so oh well. And with Nolan's trilogy of Batman, it's hard to choose a favorite out of all of them because they're all so good. But if I had to choose a favorite, it would be this one right here. But I mean, if y'all guys like one of the other movies better than this one, that's fine too. I mean, I won't judge you. So I'm just gonna say it like it is. Nolan's trilogy on Batman gets a solid 10 out of 10. The night is darkest just before the dawn.
Dark Knight Rises.
Missed the spot.
Rated PG-13.